What is up, guys? Welcome in to another episode of the Playbook Podcast. We are here. It is the Monday after the NFL draft. We got a lot to talk about. We have a lot of NFL news. We got some NBA news. The playoffs are continually going. Lots of games happening there. Lots of pretty big upsets in a couple of the series we'll touch on. The Magic, the Timberwolves, and kind of the complete meltdown of Nikola Jokic. And we are going to be talking about that here shortly. We're going to kind of break down the draft. There's a few, excuse me, guys, I'm under the weather again. Mondays are rough for me, apparently. But we're going to get through it. So we're going to kind of touch on the major topics on the draft, discuss some different things, some crazy outcomes. I know every Cowboys fan in America is ecstatic about how the draft went. And I know every Rams fan in the country hated how the draft went. And there's some other really good, there's some other teams who drafted really well. We're going to discuss that. We're going to talk a little bit of golf as well. Matt Fitzpatrick and his brother win the Zurich, and Matt Fitzpatrick's brother, I forgot his name. Alex Fitzpatrick wins his pro card because of that. So that's really cool. We'll talk some other stuff, and then but we're going to kind of focus mainly on the draft and some NBA playoffs. So we're just going to hop right in. NFL draft. So kind of after the first pick, everyone knew Fernando Mendoza was going to go number one. And then after that, we saw a whole bunch of picks that were not nearly what we thought was going to happen. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. Trey, Fernando Mendoza goes number one. The Raiders seems like they got their guy. The Raiders got their quarterback of the future, the franchise quarterback. I've seen a lot of comps of Matt Ryan. I've seen Joe Burrow comps, and I've also seen Jared Goff comps. So, in my opinion, the worst quarterback out of those three is Jared Goff. And if Fernando Mendoza is Jared Goff, the Raiders are going to be a legit franchise. So, what are your expectations for him as he enters the Raiders? They had a very, very good draft. Obviously, you get your guy there. One, I really like the safety they got out of Arizona, Traden Stukes, and they also drafted. They kept Max Crosby, which was also, that's pretty big. That's right. I like the edge. Kayron Crawford they got from Auburn, and they got that center Trey Zen the third from Texas A&M. So they're building around their guy. But what are your expectations for Fernando Mendoza going into this season and kind of into his career?
I think he'll win Rookie of the Year. I think he's legit. Mel Kiper Jr. thinks that he kind of gives him a Peyton Manning vibes, in the pocket, and also Joe Burrow vibes outside of the pocket. Joe Burrow's not a good scrambler, but he can throw the ball very well. Run out.
He can throw on the run. Yeah,
he can throw on the run. Very few people can do that today's day and age in football. But so I think he'll win Rookie of the Year. I think playoffs, I don't know yet. I got to see how this team works. I know they have Ashton Jeanty there as well, and thank God Tom Brady is actually going to run the franchise for once, because apparently the owners before him can't run jack. So I was kind of hoping that Tom Brady come back this year and play for the Raiders, but that didn't happen. But that's what I wanted for me personally. But it's all right. But yeah, I think Fernando Mendoza will be Rookie of the Year. They might be a better team than what they were last year. A lot better team, and it probably helped Ashton Jeanty a lot. I probably bring him energy vibe off of Ashton Jeanty as well. So that's my expectations for Mendoza. I know it's quarterback are thrown in as soon as they get in the draft in the team, But you know what, Mendoza, learn from Tom Brady, bro, because Tom Brady's the GOAT, 7-time champion. Learn from him. So that's my expectations for Mendoza.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're definitely going to be better than they were last year.
Who was your quarterback last year? Jalen Smith, right?
Last year it was no, it was I believe it was Gino.
Jalen Smith. Yeah, I think so.
It was Gino. It was Gino. Yeah,
Okay.
it was Gino. Gino's on the Jets again, but yeah, he was the Raiders quarterback last year. They also got Jermod McCoy, the cornerback from Tennessee. A lot of smart people said that this guy, when he's healthy, it was between him and Tulane for the best corner in the draft. And Jermod McCoy did have an injury, that's why he fell. But you got a 4th-round pick who could have 1st-round pick potential if he stays healthy. If he stays healthy, that is a huge, huge pickup for them. I do like Mike Washington, their running back they got. I think he's going to be a great combo with Ashton Genty. He's bigger, stronger, so it's going to be a nice. I think this offense could be pretty good. You still got Brock Bowers.
I forgot about him
which
too.
He's still there, and having that kind of a security blanket with a young quarterback is really, really nice. And kind of if we take a look at their roster as a whole, they definitely got a whole lot better. So, they do have Kirk Cousins. They don't even have to start Fernando Mendoza off rip if they don't want to. They can let him ease into NFL play a little bit, kind of throw Kirk Cousins out there to get obliterated if they want to do that. But they got Ashton Genty, they got the Mike Washington. I think their receiver group is kind of weak. I do like Jalen Naylor. They got him from the Vikings. I like him. I like Trey Tucker. I think Trey Tucker's pretty good, but obviously the best pass catcher on the team is Brock Bowers. And I do like Michael Mayer as well. But you upgraded at center. With Tyler Lindenbaum, you upgraded at guard with Spencer Burford and Curtis McClendon. And then their defense got a huge upgrade. They got to keep Max Crosby. They got I think Jermod McCoy could be very, very good if he stays healthy. Eric Stokes, I think, is a fantastic, is a great pickup as well. And I do like the safety they got from Arizona as well, Trayden Stukes, who I think is going to be very, very good. And I think this team could be pretty good. They're in a very tough division, but I think the Raiders getting their quarterback in probably the best quarterback division in the league, because you got Mahomes, you got Herbert, and you have Bo Nix, who Bo Nix proved that this dude, he outplayed Josh Allen in a playoff game. Yeah, we got to give him respect. He broke his ankle, and unfortunately, but that's a very, very good quarterback division. Probably the best. I don't think there's another division with 3. I think Bo Nix is Pro Bowl / All Pro talent. Obviously, Herbert's an All Pro talent. Mahomes is at worst the 3rd best quarterback we've ever seen in our lives. So I think they got the most important position, quarterback, and they got a good one. I like Fernando Mendoza. He's a hard worker. He's a baller. He's a dog. He's a good guy. And I think the Raiders need that stability. And I like it. I like what they did with this draft. I like what they've done in the offseason. And I think they could be a pretty good team. I could see him winning Rookie of the Year, like you said. And yeah, I really do. I really do think so. Good night, Travis.
This guy, Travis.
Shout out to my guy, David Bailey, Texas Tech alumni, going second.
Oh, yeah,
unfortunately.
Man.
Okay. Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal about the Jets. I think they had a decent draft. I really do. I really like David Bailey. I think everyone said he's the best pure pass rusher coming out of college. And they literally, he's plug and play. He's going to start day one. And I do like Omar Cooper, the wide receiver from Indiana as well, that they got. And I like Kenyon Sadiq. I know Kenyon Sadiq might have been a stretch at 16, but he's a great tight end, a great weapon. And I think that, it's good to have weapons. So I like that. What do you think about that Jeremiah Love pick at 3? What were your thoughts on that?
Jeremiah Love to
the Cardinals.
I thought it would be. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought Jeremiah Love would be second pick in the draft because I heard that people say that besides Mendoza, Jeremiah Love was the second best player in the draft coming into the draft. So I was shocked he went to the Cardinals. I was kind of shocked. I was shocked by that. I didn't ingest any running back. I don't know. I was just shocked.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
Yeah. So, the comp I heard the most was Jahmyr Gibbs. If Jeremiah loves Jahmyr Gibbs, I think that's a good pick.
Yeah.
We've seen what Jahmyr Gibbs is capable of.
Yeah.
I think he's probably one of the best offensive players in the draft. I still think the best overall player in the draft was Caleb Downs. We'll get to him in a little bit. I think he was the best overall player, and I think a lot of people agreed with that. But Jeremiah Love was definitely a really interesting pick at 3. I don't know if I like running back that high, but again, the Cardinals need everything, and they took the best available offensive player to them, which, I get it. And if Marvin Harrison Jr. can remember how to play football and they can, have a competent quarterback, that could be a good offense. It definitely could be a good offense. I think, he's a very highly touted player, Jeremiah Love was. And yeah, I mean, I'm not going to absolutely destroy it, but Jacoby Brissett, Jeremiah Love, Michael Wilson was incredible. He had a huge breakout year. He's a bona fide number 2. I like Kendrick Bourne, Trey McBride, like that. They have weapons. And that could be a pretty good offense. So, I'm not going to hate on it, but I would have went Arvell Reese. I think they could have gone Sonny Styles there as well. But again, yeah. And then Cardinal Tate goes 4 to the Titans. They wanted to get their guy a weapon. They have Cam Ward, and they wanted to get him a weapon, and that's the best wide receiver in the class. Most people say so. I'm okay with that, I guess. What were your thoughts on that Cardinal Tate pick?
Yeah, I heard the same thing, that he was the best player in best receiver in the draft, and Cam Ward, of course, is their franchise player. So I think this is a big help for them, because the Titans, everything, they suck. So thank God. If
Cardinal Tate's a bona fide number 1 receiver for them, for Cam Ward for a lot of for 5-10 years, it's a good pick. 4 is a little rich for a wide receiver. He went higher than Jamar Chase and Malik Neighbors. I don't think he's better than either of those guys, but again, they have needs everywhere, and they have a young wide receiver. They have a young quarterback who needs weapons. So, and then we kind of get to the really interesting stuff here. I think picks 5 through 11 are very, very interesting how it played out. So the Giants go Arvell Reese. They get him at 5. His comp is, funnily enough, Abdul Carter, who's his teammate now. A lot of people saw a lot of Micah Parsons in him as well, because of his ability to play linebacker as well as, being an edge rusher. A lot of mock drafts had him as the best player in the draft. Our team's going to see Arvell Reese twice a year. And, what do you think about that pick? And do you like Arvell Reese there? I'm kind of shocked he made it all the way to 5, but again, his comps are highly impressive, and if he becomes who we think he can be who he can be, that's a huge pickup for the Giants.
Yeah. I think the Giants are going to come to do something good this year. I think they will this year. I think with what's his name? John Harbaugh? I forgot his name.
Harbaugh.
Yeah, I haven't watched football because it's been since February. So, but you know what? The Giants could do. They have Abdul Carter. They have one of the best defensive lines in the football right now, probably. And so the Cowboys better watch out. Same with the Eagles too, because they're matching up with the Eagles right now on the defensive line. They really are matching up with the Eagles right now. So.
Yeah, I mean, we thought that they were going to have the best defensive line in football last year. They didn't.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I don't think Dexter Lawrence is going to be replaced by Arvell Reese because Arvell Reese is not a defensive tackle. They're going to miss, that big body in the middle. I think they're going to start him at inside linebacker, I believe. And I think the edges are going to be Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau. And Abdul Carter and Arvell Reese will play more off ball linebacker. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Or Abdul Carter is the other edge and Thibodeau is another linebacker. But I think we're going to see Arvell Reese in coverage more at the start of his career, just because they have so many edge rushers already. And, Brian Burns had 13 sacks last year, something like that. Let me just double check. He had quite a few sacks last year. But I thought it was a good pick. I think that their defense is going to be very good. They have some secondary issues, but they do have a very, very good defensive line, and we'll see where they go from there. And then we get to the first trade of the night. This one was interesting to me. The Chiefs trade from 9 to 6 with the Browns, and when that happened, I didn't really know who they were going. I saw the trade because at this point we knew Arvell Reese was probably going to be a Giant.
Yeah.
And if the Chiefs had been able to trade up for Arvell Reese, I think that would have been very huge. But they traded up and they get the LSU cornerback Mansour Delane from LSU. I'm not super high on this one. I get that he's, they lost Trent McDuffie, and I get that Mansour Delane's a very, very good football player, and he's the best corner in the draft, I think, by a pretty significant margin, because Jermod McCoy is very injury prone. But, I'm interested that the Chiefs traded up. I guess they thought, from my understandings, they thought that the Saints were going to grab him at 8, and that Washington wasn't going to trade. They wanted Sonny Styles, and they had to jump up to 6 to get him. Mm-hmm. It's a little rich. It's a little rich, in my opinion. If he's a lockdown corner and he's Spagnuolo's new Trent McDuffie, then it's a good pick. But yeah, I don't know. I get it, but I think trading up was a little at 6 was a little rich for Mansour Delane. But what were your thoughts on that one?
I see why they did it too, because if they lose Trent McDuffie, and then I thought they were going to get Caleb Downs. I saw a lot of Joff Max mocks up there that on ESPN and NFL Live that they will get Caleb Downs. So I thought they were going to get him, but that's what people were saying on ESPN, that they were going to get Caleb Downs and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, I think me personally, they should have gotten another receiver for Mahomes. That's
but it's 6. There was no other receivers worth taking at 6 because Jordan Tyson's injury prone. They could have stayed at 9 and got Mekhi Lemon probably. But I think that's kind of rich for Mekhi Lemon as well, at 9. Excuse me. So I think they kind of had to go with a need, and they needed secondary. So Mansour Delane's a great player, and if he ends up being that that lockdown guy for Spagnuolo, then that's a good pick. But we'll see. Yeah. We'll kind of skip through a couple here. Sonny Styles goes to the Commanders. Great player, do it all linebacker, huge for the Commanders. The NFC East has some absolute dogs in it now, and we're going to talk about another dog up here in a little bit. Jordan Tyson goes to the Saints, injury prone, great wide receiver, but injury prone. They have Chris Olave, who I feel like he has a concussion every other week, and Jordan Tyson. If they can stay healthy, I think that the Saints could be sneaky, but I don't know if both their wide receivers can stay healthy. Cleveland does a smart thing. They trade back, and then they get the best tackle in the entire draft, Spencer Fano. Great pick. Love what they're doing. trying to get some protection for Shador. If Shador's starting, I don't even know who's starting on that team at this point, because apparently they're going to it's going to be a competition, and because Groper Cleveland makes so much money that Deshaun Watson, sorry, I forgot his real name, makes so much money that they're just gonna have to let him try out for the starting role. So I like that. It's a great pick. Now this is where it gets really interesting, because I'm sitting there. The Giants picked Arvell Reese and they're at 10, and Caleb Downs is still on the board. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. The Giants are going to get Arvell Reese and Caleb Downs. And I was going to be devastated, because I've talked about it on the pod 1,000 times. You can go back and listen. My number one guy for the Cowboys this year was Caleb Downs. And I said I'd be shocked if he's available at 12. But if he falls and the Cowboys somehow can get him, that is a game changer. And I'm sitting there, and every Giants fan thought it, and every Cowboys fan thought it, that Caleb Downs was a Giant. They go Francis Mauigoa, the guard from Miami.
Yeah.
And I'm just there like, wow, there's no actual way that just happened. And you can see reactions about it all over social media.
Dude, the Giants were booing that the draft, bro.
Because they could have had the two best defensive players in the draft, unless you think Sonny Styles is up there with them. But they could have had Arvell Reese and Caleb Downs in the same draft. They go Francis Mauigoa. They try to get another guard for their young quarterback, which I get, but man, I just can't believe they passed up on him. And then the Cowboys trade up one spot with the Miami Dolphins. They give up two fifth round picks, and their pick at 12 for 11, and they draft Caleb freaking Downs.
Dude,
the best, I think the best overall player in the draft, and I think the best defender in the draft. He's not going to go as high as someone like Arvell Reese or David Bailey, because he plays safety. Safeties just don't go as high.
Yeah.
But the Cowboys' number one need outside of edge rusher, who was secondary, they got Rashawn Gary in free agency, and then they got Caleb freaking Downs, bro.
Dude. And that was crazy. I'm buying his jersey, bro. I'm going to buy his jersey.
And he was so ecstatic to be a Cowboy. He was crying. He was so hyped.
Yeah.
It was just so cool to see. Christian Parker, the new defensive coordinator for the Cowboys, who was the Eagles secondary coach. This is the guy that made Reed Blankenship and the other white cornerback. What's his name? I forgot his name. Their other cornerback. What was his name? Cooper DeJean.
Yeah,
Cooper DeJean. He made that secondary was rolling. They looked awesome. And you're giving Christian Parker Caleb freaking Downs, bro.
Man, bro.
So, okay. Here's why this is so big. And I'm going to touch on this. You can give your thoughts, but I'm going to touch on this real quick. Caleb Downs not only is the best safety in the draft, he can also play nickel. And if you watch his film from Alabama as a freshman, he started in freaking Nick Saban's backfield, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
He's a freshman starting as a freshman in Alabama in the secondary. It's crazy. He not only is the best safety, he can play the nickel. He can blitz from the nickel. He has incredible blitzing capabilities. He's probably one of the better. He just reminds me of Ed Reed. He's literally just Ed Reed. And it's like he's an Ed Reed Buda Baker hybrid, because he's vicious and nasty, but he's so cerebral. And if you ask Tom Brady who he hated playing the most, it was Ed Reed, because Ed Reed was not only physically gifted, he was incredibly smart. And that's what Caleb Downs is. Caleb Downs is a run-stopping machine. He reminds me a lot of Buda Baker in that way. He's fantastic against the run, which if you're a Cowboys fan or if you watch the Cowboys, they suck against the run. Last year was a little better. They got a little better because Quinnen Williams and Kenny Clark, but now you had a guy like Caleb Downs. And another thing that the Cowboys struggled with last year was on-field presence, and that's why I wanted them to get Jacob Rodriguez because I wanted a quarterback on defense. Well, they got him. They got him. Travis, I don't know what you were talking crazy, bro. Heath Ledger and Roman Reigns and then Triple H, bro. You're not even talking football, dog. This is the wrong sport you're talking about. They get this guy who is so intelligent, and Caleb Downs' sister, I don't know if you knew this, is going to be a doctor.
Wow.
And their family's hyper intelligent. He's so smart. And a really cool thing that I really liked. Micah Parsons needs to never touch a podcast mic again, but him and Malik Neighbors were talking during the draft. They were kind of live reacting. And Malik Neighbors was visibly upset when the Cowboys got Caleb Downs. He said, man, I really, really didn't want to have to play against this guy. Because Malik Neighbors said the first time he played him, when he was in shambles, when Caleb Downs was a rookie or a freshman in Alabama, he said he called out all of our routes, all of them.
Wow.
When he was playing against LSU, Alabama versus LSU. You get a high level, very, very good wide receiver like Malik Neighbors that visibly upset over having to play a guy twice a year gets me so fired up. And I think because of this pick, and this is my last point, and I'll let you react to it. We are going to see a much better version of Deron Bland and Siobhan Revel because they now have that security blanket behind them. It's not Malik Hooker back there no more. It's Caleb freaking Downs. So you're going to actually let these guys, be able to feast and be able to hunt the ball. Siobhan Revel, I think, is going to take a huge leap with oh my gosh, that's just nasty. I think Siobhan Revel is going to take a huge leap in the Christian Parker system, but I think we're going to see kind of that Deron Bland we saw before, the one that's getting all those all those interceptions, because now he's got that guy behind him. And again, he's going to play a lot of nickel. Oh my Lord, he's a heavy hitter. Boom.
Yeah, that reminds me of Ed Reed.
He's very Ed Reed. He's very Ed Reed. And look at that. He can blitz. He can play nickel, and him in a Christian Parker system. Oh man, that's going to be nasty. I think this defense could be pretty decent. Which, going from one of the worst defenses ever to pretty decent, because they made a lot of great acquisitions. We're going to talk about their other pick, Mekhi Lawrence, here in a little bit, but this guy was the steal of the draft, in my opinion. Getting this guy at 12 is mind-boggling. He's a top 3 talent. I think he's the best. I think he was the best pure player in the draft, and the Cowboys got him at 12. They got him at 11, but they traded up. And he's a bruiser. He's vicious. He's smart. He's aggressive. He's everything the Cowboys need. And he's going to be flying around in that backfield. And I'm so excited to watch it. So, I mean, that's Malachi Toney, by the way. That's Malachi Toney, who's a fantastic player, is going to be a very, very good NFL player, getting rocked by him. I love it. I love it. If he played defensive back, he would have been a top 5 pick. The Chiefs would have gotten him. He's the best secondary. I think he's the best defender in the draft. I think he's the best player in the draft. And he's just a safety. Safeties aren't going to go as high. And I can't believe he's perfect for the Cowboys. He fits every need. Every need the Cowboys have on defense, this guy answers that bell. And he gets to be in a system, a Christian Parker system, which we saw the Eagles secondary, which was one of the only good things about the Eagles last year. Christian Parker turned Cooper DeJean into a lockdown corner. What is he going to do with this guy? This guy roaming in the backfield. You're going to get Deron Bland fully healthy. Deron Bland has some of the best ball skills of any corner in the league. And Siobhan Revel, I think, is going to take a huge leap. And all of that, What are your thoughts, man? How are you feeling about this pick?
So here's the deal. I'm buying this guy's jersey. I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna buy his jersey, bro. I'm gonna buy Nick one too. We're gonna wear this jersey on the podcast opening day of the season, guys. Opening week. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, we're gonna be like Michael Irvin on his podcast, going crazy, bro. Okay, here's the deal. I was shocked that Jerry Jones did not screw this draft up. I was completely
Jerry,
shocked. Gary, here's the deal. I still think you're stupid sometimes. I think you're on Landman with Tommy Norris, and Billy Bob Thornton, and I get that. Jerry, thank you, bro. This is the best defender you've had in the secondary since Deion Sanders, bro.
I think you might be right, bro.
Like, I'm being so for real.
I think you might be right.
This is the best defender he's ever gotten, probably since Deion Sanders. I love D. Ware. I love Roy Williams, Terrence Newman. Great players, okay? Thank you for not screwing this draft up, bro. If you would have passed up on Caleb Downs, I would have probably burned every Cowboys thing I've had.
No, when they were oh yeah, I forgot Kobe Durant. Another. There's depth in the backfield now. There's depth.
Yeah.
There's depth in the secondary. I totally forgot Kobe Durant from the Rams. Really good player. Solid player. I think when he was available, there was no way the Cowboys weren't going. He was everything the Cowboys want.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. And here's the deal. You know, man, I'm just excited, bro. I want to cry. I almost cried when I saw this pick, bro. I literally almost cried my eyes out because Caleb Downs is a dog, bro. You know, I know people. I watched him in Ohio State last year.
He's so good, bro.
Dude, he reminded me a lot of Ed Reed.
Mm-hmm.
He reminded me a lot of Ed Reed, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm buying his jersey. I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, and again, I think the biggest winner for this is did Cooper Flagg win Rookie of the Year? Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, he did. Nice. Yeah, foregone conclusion. The biggest winner of this, obviously, other than the Cowboys, is DaRon Bland. I'm telling you, DaRon Bland plays his best football when he's taking risks. And now he's got a guy Roman behind him. This is okay. And now I'm not saying that DaRon Bland is Richard Sherman. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what made Richard Sherman so good, other than just his freakish ability to play cornerback, was that he had Earl Thomas III behind him and Cam Chancellor behind him. He knew that if he got beat, his guys were going to be there to take care of it. And now DaRon Bland and Siobhan Revel have that chance, and Kobe Durant finally have this guy who's going to be behind him. And they also got the safety from the Cardinals, who's he's going to be a great addition. Let me pull up his name here. I should have had this pulled up. I apologize, guys. That is Jalen Thompson. I think he's going to be a great addition as well. So now all of a sudden, this safety room, which was the worst in the league last year, is now Marquise Bell, Elijah Clark, Caleb Downs, Malik Hooker, PJ Locke, Julius Wood, and Jalen Thompson. And I think Caleb Downs, PJ Locke, and Jalen Thompson are going to be incredible together, because you can pull Caleb down to the nickel and have, either Malik, Jalen Thompson, or PJ Locke, playing safety. This just opens up the defense so much. They're way deeper. And now, with the acquisition of D Winters and the acquisition of Malachi Lawrence, which adds more depth to the rotation for edge, Demarion Overshone can now play more linebacker as well. And he's a very good player. Demarion Overshone's a very good player. And he's going to be fully healthy next year. And then you still got Quinnen Williams, who's one of the best defensive tackles in the league. Kenny Clark, who was awesome last year, who was one of the only good pieces of that Cowboys defense. You got Donovan Ezeraku, who's going to take a big leap. James Houston, Sam Williams. There's a lot of guys that are going to take big leaps now, because now the secondary is not only not horrible anymore, it's good. And I think we're going to see a huge leap from Siobhan Revel. I really do, because he's got all the physical intangibles you want in a cornerback, and now he's got a dog behind him in Caleb Downs, and he has one of the best defensive back coaches in the league, and Christian Parker is his defensive coordinator. An absolute home run by Jerry Jones. We're gonna have to let him live a little bit longer because of that one. That was really good.
Yeah, because I would have been on here and just chew him up.
And me and Trey will be the first ones to bash the guy and say he's horrible. Got to give him his flowers on this one.
Yep.
He got the guy. He got the guy. If the Cowboys had the first pick in the draft, I would have still wanted Caleb Downs.
Yeah, me too.
That's the guy I wanted for the Cowboys. If the Cowboys picked first overall, obviously I would want them to trade it back. But say they couldn't, say they had to make a pick at 1, I would have wanted it to be Caleb Downs. And I think Caleb Downs was their number 1 guy too. So huge that they got him. Yeah, we're going to talk about
what did Micah say on the pod about Caleb Downs? What did Micah say?
Oh, I don't really know what Micah said. Micah didn't really say anything that I can remember because it was just Malik Neighbors being very sad that he had to play against him.
Okay.
I think Micah just said that he's a really good player and happy for him and stuff like that. But yeah we're going to talk about Cowboys' second pick here in a little bit. We're going to bounce around here. We're going to go to 13. We're trying to get through this draft. We're already almost 40 minutes in. We're not even to Ty Simpson yet. This is bad. We got to go. 13. The Rams out of nowhere picked Ty Simpson. Ruben Bain was right there. Kenyon Sadiq was right there. Malachi Lemon was right there. And they go quarterback with Matt Stafford on their roster. Ty Simpson. Trey, what do you...
Okay. Okay, number 1. What a stupid move this was. Your quarterback, Matthew Stafford, won MVP last season. Took the team, by the way, to the NFC Championship game. And you draft a Ty Simpson quarterback, who, by the way, I love Alabama. That's my team. Okay. He sucked against Georgia last year. Crap his pants in the middle of a field in a game in the SEC championship against in the playoffs. He did terrible. This is a bad move in the Rams. I'm sorry. I don't like this move at all. I probably agree. If I was an NFL reporter or a journalist, I would have graded this at F. This pick.
Well, I think most people did. You keep talking. I'll pull up some mock drafts or some draft ratings here.
Like, number 1, that's stupid that you draft the quarterback. Matthew Stafford hasn't announced his retirement yet. That's what we're gonna do now. That's what we're gonna do, LA. Like, whoever your GM is should be put in prison. He's part of Al Qaeda. He's part of the Taliban. Okay? He's probably a Muslim. Like, this is actually stupidest move I've probably seen in my life. I'm sorry. I think this is dumb.
Yeah.
It's dumb. It's dumb. There's no way you're gonna get a Rams a quarterback at 13. Yeah, you need. I don't know. I can't. This is. I said I was like, what in the heck is the Rams doing at 13? I was watching this draft. I was watching this draft at work. Said to myself, what are the Rams doing? Are they brain dead? Like these people are brain dead. I don't know. Terrible pick for the Rams. Bad pick. I bet every Rams fan was there. I watched it. They were booing the heck out of Roger Goodell. It wasn't Goodell's fault, but they were booing.
Yeah.
Greeny. I was watching Greeny. He was like, "What are the Rams doing?" And they were shocked. Like they're stupid. The Rams are stupid.
Yeah, it was an interesting pick. Again, I guess if you really think Ty Simpson is going to be really good, I get it. But I don't know why you think that.
He's not that good.
Like he's gonna like.
He needs a quarterback is the Steelers. I don't. If he goes to Steelers, that's completely fine.
Yeah, something like that. That's totally fine. Steelers, even if the Cardinals got him late, Cardinals didn't end up getting what's his face, Carson Beck. But I think that this is the most obvious spot for Ruben Bain to go at 13. He would add Ruben Bain and Jared Verse on that defensive line. Are you serious? This is a team that is going to have to go back, play the defending champs twice. The Seahawks, they're going to have to play them twice. The Niners are still going to be good because they're always decent as long as Kyle Shanahan's there. They're going to have to play them twice.
Yeah.
This is a team that's going to have to go up against high-level quarterbacks like, I can't believe I'm saying it, Sam Darnold and Caleb Williams and Jordan Love and Jared Goff. And if you make it to the Super Bowl, you're going to have to play either Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. I could go on with incredible AFC quarterbacks. Ruben Bain is right there, bro. And if you don't want to go defense, go Kenyon Sadiq. Get Matt Stafford another weapon.
Yeah.
Ruben Bain would have been such a good pick, putting him with Jared Verse. That's your defensive line for the next 10 years. And they go Ty Simpson, who's not going to play for 3 years probably.
Yeah, probably not.
And again, if some people are like, well, look at what the Packers did. No, the Packers didn't draft at 13. They drafted Aaron Rodgers at 27. And they drafted Jordan Love at 23, not 13. The Rams likely will never draft that high as long as Matt Stafford's their quarterback. And they only got this deal in the Atlanta trade.
Yep.
Like, seriously? His pro comp is Mac Jones.
Dude, look at Mac Jones now.
You want to go from Matt Stafford to Mac Jones? Because here's the deal. If you go Ruben Bain there, which obviously is the pick, I just can't fathom why they didn't go Ruben Bain. If you go Ruben Bain there, Matt Stafford plays another 2 years, you might win a Super Bowl because the Rams were this close against the Seahawks, that close. I bet Ruben Bain makes up that much difference. And you're that close, you're a Super Bowl favorite this year. And you add a guy like Ruben Bain or Kenyon Sadiq, or shoot, you just go tackle. You could just go tackle. I don't care. Anybody. If you look at it, it goes, I'm not even going to attempt to say this guy's name, the Penn State guard that went to the Ravens, Ruben Bain, Kenyon Sadiq, Blake Miller, Caleb Banks, Monroe Feeling, Mekhi Lemon. I'd take any of those guys over Ty Simpson. You're uncertain about Puka Nacua. Go Mekhi Lemon. Go Mekhi Lemon at 13. If you're uncertain about Puka Nacua being able to play and stay on the field because of his craziness. It's bad. It's a bad pick. Sean McVay was pissed. If you saw the post-game press conference, this guy was irate. He was livid. He has every right to be. The Rams organization might have just cost the Rams another Super Bowl because they didn't get a guy that can help right now. If you have Matt Stafford as your quarterback and he's playing like he is right now, he's literally the MVP of the league. You draft for now. You don't draft for later. Because say he plays 2 more years, then you suck. Then you can tank and get another quarterback. I don't think Ty Simpson's the franchise quarterback for this team after Matt Stafford retires. I don't. Yeah. And I think we're going to look back on it as a horrible pick. Now, if 5 years from now, Ty Simpson has 2 Super Bowls and an MVP, you guys can all laugh at me. But I guarantee you that's not happening.
That's not happening.
So, yeah. Again, I think the Bucs nailed the Ruben Bain pick. I've been talking a lot about Ruben Bain. I think he's one of the best defensive players in the draft. I can't believe he fell to 15. He was the second best edge. I think the only edge clearly better than him was David Bailey because technically Arvell Reese was a linebacker. Yeah, Ruben Bain and Jared Verse would have ran that. Oh man, horrible pick. I like the Kenyon Sadiq pick from the Jets, some filler ones, and then we get to 20 where the Cowboys were picking. The Cowboys trade back with the Eagles. So they trade back to the 23rd pick. They get 2 fourths in return. So they recoup those picks they traded up to get Caleb Downs, which I like. I really like that move. The Eagles go Makai Lemon, which lets me know, which lets you know, which lets your dog know, which lets your auntie know that AJ Brown will not be on this team at the beginning of the year. And they drafted it for that. And they're saying now that Devonta Smith is their number 1 and Makai Lemon's their number 2. I thought it was a good pick. I like Makai Lemon. Makes sense. AJ Brown's gone. You're going to want to recoup that position. And I thought that was a decent pick. I think the Cowboys made a great move trading back to get 2 extra picks, which one of them I really, really like who they picked in the 4th round. We can talk about that in a little bit. But what were your thoughts on which apparently the Steelers were on the phone with Makai Lemon saying, hey, we're going to pick you at 21. And then the Eagles call him and said, we actually traded with Dallas at 20. You're coming to Philly. So, yeah, crazy how that happened. What were your thoughts on Cowboys moving back and Makai Lemon going to the Eagles?
I think it was a smart move because we don't really need a receiver. Because you're gonna have George Pickens probably, hopefully I don't know if he's people saying he's franchise tag, and he's not franchise tag. I don't know the situation with that going on, but I think it was a good move. That I'm not surprised either because AJ Brown's on Michael the Patriots. That's what Shefty said. So he might be with Drake May, AJ Brown. So I think this was a solid pick from the Eagles. I think their quarterback sucks, but other than that, I think it'll help the Eagles a lot too. If Jalen Hurts can throw a football and read a defense, then they might be a good team.
Yeah, we'll see. I think losing Christian Parker is devastating for that defense. They did lose Reed Blankenship, and they did lose some other pieces. And I don't think Jalen Hurts is very good, in my opinion. I think he's extremely overrated. They still have Saquon Barkley. They still have a pretty good offensive line. We'll see. AJ Brown's huge for them. He's been huge for them, so we'll see there. Skipping over, we don't really care about the Steelers and the Chargers. The Cowboys go Malachi Lawrence. I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Whew. I'm allergic to the Eagles. My bad, guys. So the Cowboys trade back with the Eagles, and they go Malachi Lawrence. A lot of people were saying this is a bit of a reach. I did some research. This guy's a freak athlete. He runs a 4.5. He is a freak of nature. He's 6'4", 235, freaky athletic, has a 40-inch vertical. Obviously, does that do anything if you're an edge? No, but he's a freak athlete. And I think adding depth to a position group of need is good. A lot of people said he was a sleeper. I'm going to trust Jerry. I'm going to trust, which I can't believe I'm saying that, but he can draft.
Yeah, he can. He drafted more Pro Bowls all season.
I'm going to trust that Malachi Lawrence. I don't think that if you're picking at 23, that guy's probably not going to start anyways. So I'm fine with it because he's a freak athlete. And if he gets, starts playing really well, he uses his athleticism to his advantage, and that'd be really good. Sorsby, bro, we don't got to talk about Sorsby, bro. He's going to rehab, man. Crazy.
Who's Sorsby?
The Texas Tech quarterback, transfer. He was gambling, bro.
Okay, man, that's crazy.
He has a gambling addiction, bro. So
apparently Mike Vrabel has some girl addictions, dude.
Well, yeah, Mike Vrabel's got some addictions. Brendan Sorsby has some addictions. We'll see. Cincinnati did snitch. It was happening while he was at Cincinnati. I'm really interested to see how the NCAA handles that. I don't know what's going on with the Sorsby situation, but hey, Holden Phillips, bro.
Yeah,
let's go. Texas Friendship alumni got it. We'll see. So, okay. Kind of rounding out the first round here. I like the Casey Concepcion pick from the Browns. I think Dylan Thieneman was a good pick from the Bears. I think he's the second best safety. And then there's some other picks, blah, 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 whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
I like Omar Cooper to the Jets too. And I think Jadarian Prince to Seattle is another great pick. But I think we're gonna okay. And now here's the deal, Trey. Cowboys, okay? Acquire a lot of acquisitions. Acquire Rashawn Gary. Draft Caleb Downs. Dak is single, so he's not distracted, which is good.
Yeah.
George Pickens full off season with the team. Offensive line looks good, looks healthy. New defensive coordinator. And 3 or 4 new guys on the edge that can rush the passer. What are your expectations for the Cowboys going next season now?
Okay. They're going to go to the NFC Championship, guys. I actually believe it. We got the best pure player in the draft with Caleb Downs, who reminds everybody of Ed Reed. We needed defense bad. We needed it so bad.
Yeah.
If you drafted another offensive player, I probably would have crashed out. That's my personal. I would have crashed out. We got CeeDee Lamb. Hopefully he remembers how to play football. Pickens looked like Michael Irvin last season. So, NFC Championship game is my expectation for this team. I know that makes him like a stretch, but Christian Parker is a good defensive mind. I'm gonna be real with you. Brian Schottenheimer. I'm sorry, bro. I questioned you.
Yeah, I apologize. He can coach.
You're better than that Mike McCarthy guy who can't coach crap. Okay, he might get fired after this season from the Steelers, but thank you, Jerry Jones. So I think at most the NFC Championship game.
Okay, I'm not as high as you. I think making the playoffs and winning a playoff game would be awesome. This offense will be very good still. Javonte Williams is still there.
Yeah.
George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb are still going to be there. Dak's still going to be there. The offense is going to be very good. And now your defense is not horrible. It's not atrocious. It's not the worst defense in the league. It's not ran by a terrorist, Matt Eberflus, right? It's a legit DC. I love Christian Parker. I think he's great. I think he's such a great hire, especially stealing him away from the Eagles. You get Caleb Downs, who we've talked at length about, and how special he is as a prospect and how NFL ready he is. You add Rashawn Gary, a veteran edge. You still have Quinnen Williams. You still have Kenny Clark. You still have a lot of Demarion Overshown, Bland, all those guys. If the defense can be decent, I'm talking middle of the pack, let's say ranked 15th, 16th overall. I think this team can win 10, 11 games, make the playoffs, and compete in a playoff game. That's my expectation. I think 10 to 11 wins is my expectation. I think 11 would be really, really good. I think 10 would be good. And I think 9 would be Because, again, I don't know if anyone watched Cowboys games last year. Their defense was so bad. Their secondary was so atrocious. This is huge. This is huge for them. They're going to be healthy going into the year. I think 10 to 11 wins would be a reasonable goal for them to have in fighting for a playoff spot, because the Giants are going to be good. The Eagles are still the Eagles. They're still ran by a very, very good GM. I think Jalen Hurts is not that good. The Commanders, I think, are going to be good. If Jaden Daniels can stay healthy, they have a lot of good players. I love the Sonny Styles draft pick. I think he's a fantastic player. 10 to 11 wins and fight for that playoff spot. Fight for the division, right? Okay. I think that's my reasonable expectations. I think anything below 10 wins would be a disappointing season. 10 wins would be really good. 11 wins would be really, really good. And anything over 11 would be fantastic. So
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see. I love what they did with the draft. I love what they did in free agency. And I love what they did with acquiring Christian Parker as a DC. So we'll see. We're going to move over to some NBA playoffs real quickly here, guys. I am losing steam fast. I do not feel good, but we're going to get through this, I believe. I believe in me. We're going to get through this. We're going to go to some NBA playoffs. So realistically, we're going to go through this quickly. The first round has kind of been a dud. Thunder up 3-0 on the Suns. The Suns don't want to be there. The Nuggets can't beat the Timberwolves without the Timberwolves didn't have Dante DiVincenzo or Anthony freaking Edwards, and you lost to Dosunmu. He dropped 43 on your head. Jaden McDaniels was right. None of those guys can play defense.
Did Rudy Gobert look like Hakeem Olajuwon against Jokic?
He's looking like Hakeem. He's looking like freaking Will Chamberlain. He's making Jokic look. This is the worst I've ever seen Jokic play. He is completely melted down. He has utterly and totally melted down. He had a decent game one. I don't think he was very good game one still. He was decent, 25, 13, and 11. That's pretty good. Game two, he crapped his pants. I mean, just pooped everywhere. He goes 8 of 20, 1 of 7 from 3. And then game three, he plays even worse. He goes 7 of 26, 15 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 turnovers, 2 of 10 from 3, just looking like an absolute McDoofus dud. And then in game 4, you go 8 of 22. 0 of 3 from 3. He's completely melted down. It's unbelievable. I can't believe we're seeing this. You can't beat a team without their best player and one of their best role players.
That's so crazy, bro.
You're letting Dosunmu drop 43 on your head? Bad. Spurs are up 3-1. They're going to win that comfortably. The Trailblazers had like a 20-point lead and they blew it in game 4. Spurs are winning that handily. Pistons and Magic are feisty. They're up 2-1. Game 4 is tonight. Big game 4. You don't want to go down 3-1 because that's bad. That's bad if you're the Pistons. So Cavs, Raptors are making that a series. Donovan Mitchell has a big giant poop stain in his underwear because he crapped his pants. And he is typically a very good performer in the playoffs. And this guy just done pooped in his underwear, Trey.
Dude, did you see yesterday's game, bro? Yesterday, this guy had plenty of time to shoot a 3. You know what this idiot does? Rushes his shot and he misses a 3. Then he goes to the stands. He shot it. It was out of bounds. That's how bad a shot attempt was. And they were up by 11 points in the fourth quarter. That blew an 11-point lead to the Raptors with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
He goes 6 of 24, 4 of 12 from 3, looking like Jokic. Just pooped in his underwear. It's bad. It's bad. Crazy. So the Raptors can definitely win that series. Knicks Hawks. Knicks blew the Hawks out in game 4. They tie that series up. Celtics dominate the Sixers. Peyton Pritchard goes berserk, has a huge game in game 4. They win 128-96. Peyton Pritchard goes freaking 32 points off the bench. Jason Tatum goes 37 and 11. Jaylen Brown adds 20. Yeah, that team's really, really freaking good. And the Sixers they can't hang. They had a really good game too when they were able to steal one, but that's a Celtics series. And now we're going to talk about some Lakers Rockets. Rockets beat the Lakers pretty badly in game 4, 115-96. From opening tip, it didn't really look like the Lakers really cared much about being there. We've seen this a lot in teams up 3-0, kind of just give one away. I do think they want to end it in they played an overtime game. The Lakers are very old. They play an overtime game. LeBron plays like 45 minutes. He has 1 day of rest between games 3 and 4. LeBron played awful. I'll be the first one to say it. He was not good at all. He had 8 turnovers. He said after the game, He was horrible. He has to be better. He knows he has to be better. So I'm not going to sit here and say, well, blah, blah, blah. LeBron was bad. LeBron was really, really bad. Marcus Smart didn't play well either. Luke Kennard didn't play well. Surprisingly enough, the only Laker that showed up was DeAndre Ayton. But do you think that the Lakers bounce back in Game 5 and close it out tomorrow?
I think so. Here's the deal. Perkins, you know what Kendrick Perkins said on First Take today? This guy said the Rockets will win this series. And then, by the way, not one team in NBA history has come back from 3-0. Not one team. Not Jordan, not Kobe, not Shaq, not LeBron in his prime. Okay.
Yeah.
Ask 2018 LeBron. He will tell you. It's not his fault, but it just happens. Same with Jordan, wasn't his fault either. It just happens. Better teams win.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the deal. They can win. They can bounce back and win. I mean, LeBron wasn't really aggressive enough on Saturday. He has to play more aggressive. I get it. I know right now he's playing golf. I saw his video today about his one hole vlog.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? Let him play some golf. This is what Jordan did too. Jordan did the same thing.
That's true. He wouldn't play 18 in the middle of playoff games. Yeah.
Yeah, he actually would. He's like, you know what? I'm stressed out. Let me go play some golf. And he does that. LeBron's doing the same thing. So everybody just calm down. Calm down, everybody. He ain't gonna lose this series. Kevin Durant, you know what you're worried about? We're talking about Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant had 3 points in game 2. The greatest scorer ever, by the way, apparently had 3 points in game 2 in the second half. That is not a great scorer of all time. If that was LeBron, we would be dogging this guy. I'm going to do it right now. Kevin Durant, you're not a great scorer ever. You proved my point on game 2 Saturday night. Not Saturday night, but on Thursday night. So he's not the great scorer ever. Let's let debunk that narrative, okay? And if that was Jordan, if that was Kobe, if that was Jokic, we dog Jokic just now, okay? KD, you're ducking LeBron. You're ducking, bro. I get it. This guy cooked you and bodied you in the paint. He cooked you, bro. So everybody was just calm down. Sengun is playing awful this series. Played awful.
Yeah, he had his first actual good game, and they win. Again, you know, we see this a lot. Teams up 3-0. They let their especially in how they won game 3. It was overtime. LeBron played a whole bunch of minutes. He did not look fresh. They actually play Wednesday. They don't play tomorrow. They get 2 days of rest, which I think is 3 days of rest, which is going to be huge for LeBron. And I think we might see AR in that game as well. AR was questionable for this game. It does appear like AR is going to play in game 5, which, you know, would add just another layer of offense to that team. And I think AR should come off the bench if he does play. But yeah, I think the Lakers are going to bounce back. And I think that the Lakers are going to win game 5 and close out that series and get ready to play the Thunder. And maybe Luka, it does appear Luka would miss game 1 and 2 of the second round, which is not great, but yeah, it does appear that he would not play till game 3 of that series, but we'll see. We'll see what happens there. So let me see here. So we did talk about AR coming back in game 5. He probably will because he was questionable in game 4. What's this Wendy? Who's doing the farewell tour? Is Wendy doing a farewell tour? Who's doing a farewell tour?
So Brian Windhorst went on his podcast on the Wendy show on ESPN on YouTube, saying that he said that LeBron can't compete anymore. He's not. He told the bosses that we should get ready for a farewell tour. Basically.
Oh, before the season?
Yeah, this season. He told him that, and he still believes that. And he said he can't compete no more.
You know, Wendy needs to take some Ozempic or something. Okay. He's a dumb fat chud who just keeps yapping about LeBron all the time. Bro, hop on the treadmill. I don't know. Something. Like, come on, bro.
You know what I think it is? What? You know what I think it is? So last year, LeBron went on a Pat McAfee show, and he called out Brian Windhorst. He called him out saying that he's not my best friend. I don't talk to this guy. I haven't talked to him about my son. Basically, dogged him. And Wendy did not take that very well. Basically, it's showing that. It's showing he can't take it well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, Wendy's something. Wendy's
Get on my
being
face,
weird.
Wendy. Yeah,
Wendy's
a
been
guy.
weird. What happened to Brian Winters I knew 3 years ago? What happened to that guy?
I don't know. He's gone. That's for sure. But yeah, we're gonna move over some golf real quickly here before we wrap up here. So yeah, we did mention the Fitzpatrick brothers win the Zurich. Matt Fitzpatrick is playing out of his mind. He's won 3 events this year. Looks like one of the best golfers in the world, and he looks like he's in prime form for the PGA Championship. Do you think that this guy can snag another major win and add to his total at Animate Golf Club?
I would not be surprised if he did that. I mean, he's really good.
He's playing out of his mind, bro.
I mean, he could Scotty 1-on-1. He was not scared of Scotty.
He went out Scotty, bro.
He was not scared of Scotty Scheffler.
He wasn't. Yeah. Yeah, he beat Scotty at the RBC Heritage in a playoff, huge playoff victory there. Yeah, no, I definitely think he can win. His putting is out of this world. He's so dialed. He can definitely compete there. Yeah, so the next event, the next signature event for the PGA Tour is the Cadillac Invitational. Rory's not playing. I saw a lot of things. A lot of people are upset about it. I get it. I know we want all the best players to play. Rory's hunting for majors right now. I think all his focus is on the majors, but the Cadillac Invitational is going to be a really nice field.
Nice course too. That's a really nice course.
Yeah, it's going to be at
the Trump Doral in Miami.
Yeah. So that's going to be that's a very nice course. So we got Scotty, Cam Young, Colin Morikawa, Hideki Matsuyama, Akshay Bhatia, Chris Goddard, Siwoo Kim, Patrick Cantlay, Sam Burns, Justin Rose, who apparently is using McLaren irons now. Interesting. Yeah, to each their own. Jake Knapp, Saeed Tagala, Kurt Kitayama, Gary Woodland, and Harris English are the power rankings, the top 15. Scotty and Cam Young playing, Colin playing. Colin should be healthy. I'm surprised Matt's not playing. I guess Matt Fitzpatrick's not playing.
I can't find the full I just see the odds.
I'll pull it up here.
Let me see. Oh, okay. I found it.
Here we go. So
I don't think he's. Oh wait, hold up. So more people.
It doesn't look like he's playing. Ricky Fowler's playing. JJ Spawn is playing. Shane Lowry, Victor Hovland, JT, your guy, JT's playing.
I think
maybe JT can pull a win. I don't think Brooks is playing.
What does alternates mean?
He's an alternate, so if someone, it's part of his what he has to do to come back to full. So he's not allowed to play every signature event. But if one of these guys pulls out before they tee off the first time on the first day, Brooks can take their spot.
Okay, well, someone please get out.
How about Jason Day's playing as well? Okay, so it's a pretty big field.
Jason Day big field. Not him actually. Where's Let me see. I'm gonna tell somebody right now to pull out right now. You better do it. Okay.
Patrick Cantlay.
Is he playing?
Yeah, he's playing.
Okay, Patrick Cantlay, please get out. Please get out, please. Thank you. Please get out. You're like Patrick. He's like Patrick Reed.
Tommy's playing. Tommy Fleetwood's playing. Russell Henley's playing. Let me see here. Who else? I was trying to see if Matt Fitzpatrick's playing.
I don't think he's playing.
It doesn't look like he is. But again, it's a loaded field. Pretty much all the best golfers in the world, minus Rory, are playing in this, which makes me sad because I wish Rory was playing, but again, I get what he's at this point in his career. He's just trying to win as many majors as possible. He's probably at Animate Golf Club right now practicing, but
Or
yeah,
Meadowood.
I think with Matt Fitzpatrick not playing, I don't really know who's going to win this.
You know what? I'm gonna say. I'm gonna see what Cameron Young. I want to see Cameron Young win. I think he.
Okay, I like that.
I
I like the
because I want to see what. I know this is his first time since the Masters playing. I know he was. I want to see what he can do at Trump Doral Golf Course in Miami, Florida.
Yeah, I like that. I like a Cam Young. I would like a Cam Young victory there. I think that'd be really, really cool. So, yeah. So the PGA Tour is getting rid of the Century Open in Hawaii. Do you think that they're gonna? And they're not doing any tournaments in Hawaii anymore. Do you think they're going to be adding any specific tournaments, or
I think
they're
so.
just removing them?
I think they probably add. There's one course you used to play at back in 2011. It was at the 2011 U.S. Open when Rory Wynn was in D.C. It might add that one back again. I know. I know they might add another. They might have one here in Amarillo because I know what's it called, the Corn Ferry Tour's gonna be here in Amarillo, so it might be here. It might be somewhere in Florida. You know.
Yeah, they could go back to Congressional, like you said.
Yeah, they could.
That'd be very interesting if they did go back to Congressional. But yeah, I'm not too sure where they would go.
The only thing I can think about is the Corn Ferry Tour happening here in Amarillo, where they can add.
Yeah,
La Paloma.
I mean, there's obviously a whole bunch of places they could go, but yeah, interesting that they're doing that. And Trey, you want me to give a review on my new irons?
Do it.
Okay.
Yeah, show them, bro. I gotta see it.
I did get. They're in my car. I don't have them on me right now. I did get some new irons. I bit the bullet and got some Tacomos, some 201T Mark IIs. Very, very, very nice looking irons. They feel great. I got the 201 Mark IIs, not the 201Ts, the 201 Mark IIs. They look great. They feel great. I've only played one round with them. I'm going to the range tomorrow to get I just don't feel very good today. And I didn't feel good all weekend. So I didn't have a chance to go. But I'm going to go to the range tomorrow, really put them through their paces. They look fantastic. I really love the look and they feel good. So I'm just going to go practice them, see what we can do. But yeah.
Those the one that Brian Bros have?
Yeah. The Brian Bros play the 301 CBs.
The blades?
No, they're cavity backs, but they're a lot thinner. They're a lot thinner, but it's the same brand. Yeah, it is the same brand. They feel really, really good. I like them a lot. So, but yeah, you should try them out when we play on Saturday. So
yeah,
I'll let you take a swing with them. But yeah, they feel really good. I did get a new putter as well. I got a Lab Link 2.1. It's the blade. I didn't get one of those goofy mallets. I hate the way the Lab mallets look. I think they look goofy, the ones with the circle and stuff, but they did come out with a blade. That's very interesting to me. Li-angle balance, zero torque blade sounds very interesting. So I did cop that. If I play well with that, I'm going to sell my Scotty. So
you're going to give it to?
I'm just going to put it up for sale.
Oh.
And yeah, so the bag is coming together. I do want a mini driver. I did swing one today at the golf shop. They have a R7 quad mini driver at the golf shop I went to. Look really good, feel really good. I'd like to add that to the bag and then add a 5 wood, and I think my bag will be good for a while.
I want.
Huh?
I want a 2-iron because I can't. And here's the deal. I want to ask somebody right now, Nick. When you hit 3 wood, because Tiger hits down on his woods.
Yeah.
That's what Tiger Woods does. What do you do? Do you swipe it or do you?
Well, I with my 7 wood, I swing it like a 4-iron because it's my 4-iron replacement. So I swing it just like my 4-iron. I do put it a bit more in front in my stance than I would a 4-iron. So I'm a little more sweepy, but it's very close to my 4-iron swing.
Okay.
So Very
I might,
close.
I might just get 2 irons so I can hit it. Because in my personal opinion, I think my iron play is my best in the games. My best game is my iron
Yeah.
play probably.
Well, I mean, there's a bunch of driving irons you could get, a 2-iron driving iron,
Yeah.
utility iron. I know Tacoma makes one that's like $120. So you could check that out as well. And they make those in 2-iron and in 3-iron. So that if that'd be something that you'd be interested in, take a look at that. Cheaper. So
I also need to get another. I'm also gonna regret my irons too. I'm gonna regret them.
oh yeah, yeah.
Right now, my grips are kind of like rough. They're rough.
Yeah,
They're like
yeah.
for a rough nick out there.
Yeah. I like I like the grips that came on my irons. They feel really good. I'm probably gonna rock those for a while. I am gonna get a new grip on my lab when it gets here, though. I'm gonna get a Super Stroke on there. I went to test some out today. So yeah, I feel really good, but feel really really good. Excited about the game coming together. Me and Trey are gonna go at each other on Saturday.
Yeah.
Stroke play. Winner gets $100. I just made that up. But yeah, so feel really good. I'll give them more full review on the Tacomos next week because I'm really gonna put them through their paces tomorrow.
I'm gonna go range on Thursday because
Yeah.
Tuesday I have class and I got work, and then Wednesday
Yeah.
I have to go work out.
Yeah.
I go to range on the days I do cardio because I'm not gonna use my full energy on weights and I'll get tired.
Yeah.
If I go hit weights and then hit clubs, I'll be
Right.
cooked.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing. I'm gonna go to the range tomorrow, do some putting drills as well because my chipping feels really really good. Love where my chipping's at right now. It's definitely the best part of my game, which is crazy. It's never been the best part of my game. It's absolutely the best part of my game right now. So I need to catch the putting up, and I need to get the irons a little more dialed because the irons and the putting have been the weakness so far in my game. Driver feels good. But yeah, got to get the irons dialed, got to get the putting dialed. So
I got a new driver, guys. Nick's kind of disappointed me, guys. I got this M2 Max. Here's why I did it. I had to get out of my Callaway driver because I hate the 0.5 degree of loft on has more than that I normally use. I had to get out of it. And then top of that, I want to break 80 and then I'll buy a really good driver. That's what I want to do.
But you spent $350 on that driver.
I spent $75, guys.
No, you didn't.
I texted TaylorMade.
Didn't.
I emailed TaylorMade. Hey, I'm
You're
not
a liar. They're not giving you $75 off for no reason, bro. You're just you're lying. You're lying.
Yeah,
Show me the emails. Show me the emails.
I spent $350.
Trey, you could have gotten a brand new driver for like $400.
I couldn't do it. I'm not. I want to break 80 first, and then we'll see what happens.
Bro, but
if I break 80, I'm gonna buy a Tiger Woods irons on TaylorMade, and then I'm gonna buy a really nice driver. I'm gonna buy the Tiger Woods irons, the bladed ones, because I like Tiger Woods. I'm gonna just do that.
all right, bro.
You don't think you can hit those?
I just no. I
You
just
think
don't.
you hit them?
No,
You hit
I
them?
don't. I don't think I can hit them. No.
They're bladed.
I just don't. I don't think buying a $350 driver just to get out of it next year is a good idea.
No,
you
it
could've-
could be. I might use it for a while. I might use it for a while.
You better use it for at least 2 years, or that
will.
would be
2 years.
worthless. Okay.
2 years. 2 years. 2 years. And if I break it, I put warranty on it. So if I break it, I gotta get a new driver. I put
You're
a
a funny
warranty.
guy.
I put a 2-year warranty on it.
You're a funny guy, bro. Okay, Trey wants a membership at Amarillo Country Club or Tascosa for his birthday. Who got him? Who's got him?
Here's the deal, guys. I love Ross Rogers and Comanche. My problem with those courses is this. I hate the fact it's 2 days in advance. And it gets booked really fast on weekends. Like, dude, it's insanely fast. They can tell you, last week, they tried booking a tea time for Saturday.
It's 6 a.m.
It was all good. Nick, what was the earliest tea time you saw?
Well, so when I first got it, I saw the 7. I saw 7 a.m. and I clicked on 8, and then it was for 3. I wanted it to be for 4, so I go back. I hit back and change it to 4, and then after that, it was literally 15 seconds, maybe less.
And it was gone.
Everything was gone up till 2 p.m.
Oh my gosh!
In 15 seconds, from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. was all gone. And I had an 8. I was there, and I just wanted to change it to 4 people. Oh, devastating. But I know what I need to do this time. I'm getting it this time for sure.
But yeah, and that's the thing too. I actually called him. I actually asked Comanche, say, hey, so if I want to play 36 souls, I have to pay extra fees. They say, yeah, you have to pay an extra fee. How much is it? The same price. So in total, I'll probably pay $140, $150 for an extra fee to play 36 holes. At ACC or Tascosa, you play 36 holes because you have a membership there. I get the yearly fee, guys, but for my birthday, I want a membership at Country Club, whether it's at ACC or Tascosa. Please, someone help me, bro. Mom, if you listen to this, I told you many times already. I know I kind of annoy you about it. I want a membership at Country Club.
Yeah.
Either for that or for my graduation gift.
Yeah, Trey's a funny guy. Hey, get him hooked up so I can go play with him too. I'm totally fine with that. And when my family gets a membership to Lubbock Country Club, you gotta come play it. So
yeah, bro.
Yeah, exciting. All right. So speaking of courses, throwing Augusta out because I feel like Augusta is everybody's dream course to play. Yeah. What's your number one course to play outside of Augusta? Number one.
So
give me two.
Top two. Thank God. That number one's hard. I'll probably say Torrey Pines because it's in San Diego. You know, I think it'll be cool playing. Seeing the course Tiger won in 2008 U.S. Open, you know, and seeing that because there's actually a plaque right there on the 18th hole. I've seen it on Instagram. I want to put on that one. Another one is TPC Sawgrass. Iconic 17 hole. That's probably in my opinion, the second best par 3 course in the world besides the 12th hole in Augusta National. That would be cool to play, and then you can kind of and it was like, wow, I watched this growing up. I watched the players. I watched the big time putts that happen in this course. And I think it'll be really cool to play at TPC Sawgrass. I love that par 4 hole. I think it's in the front 9 where it's a 500-yard par 4. You hit it over the trees, and the green's right there. Behind the trees. I like to play that shot. I think it'll be pretty cool. So yeah, Torrey Pines and TPC Sawgrass.
Yeah, those are really good. So those were mine as well. I'm just gonna take one and then I'll do another one. TPC Sawgrass for sure, bro. That course is rapidly going up my list of favorite courses. I love the players. I think TPC Sawgrass should host a major. I think the players should just be a major, but if it's not, I think it should host a U.S. Open. It's such an incredible course. It's beautiful. It's iconic. You know, the iconic 16th Island green. It's a great course. So definitely TPC Sawgrass. My other one would be Torrey too, but I'm going to change it up. Obviously, Pebble is legendary. Oh, wow. St. Andrews is legendary. There's a lot of legendary courses. You know, Royal Portrush is another legendary course. If I'm going, it's really hard. It's really hard because Pebble, Bethpage Black would be incredible. Eastlake, I think Eastlake would be awesome. Oakmont, another legendary Pinehurst number 2. If I played Pinehurst number 2, I'd probably shoot a 900. That course is ridiculously hard. Royal Melbourne, Shinnecock, which we're about to be able to see the U.S. Open this year. I'm gonna go. Oh shoot, this is hard. I feel like this is probably basic, but if you'd ask me right now, I'd probably say Pebble.
Pebble. Okay.
Yeah,
I
Pebble
know.
Beach, legendary golf course.
My friend Andy Justice from work, he played there. And he said
Yeah.
that was a beautiful course. He loved the scenery too.
Yeah, it's a beautiful course. It's very highly ranked. Pine Valley, another really good one, and Shinnecock, another. Shinnecock and Bethpage Black, I think, are underrated courses. Some underrated New York courses.
Yeah.
But Oakmont, again, there's so many. Royal Portrush. There's so many incredible courses. Yeah. Trump Turnberry Resort, another incredible course.
Oh yeah, I like the Trump course in New York City.
Yeah, that one's very nice too.
That one's
Yeah,
really nice.
Los Angeles Country Club. Again, there's so many. Obviously, Augusta would be number one for pretty much every golfer on the planet. But for me, I'm going to go TPC Sawgrass. Cypress Point would also be incredible to play too. Oh my gosh, that'd be incredible.
How about Riviera?
Oh yeah, Riviera. What's the other one? Quail Hollow too would be awesome.
Yeah.
Again, there's so many. Right now, I'm going to say Sawgrass and Pebble. But if you ask me tomorrow, it might be Shinnecock and Pine Valley. If you ask me the next day, it might be Royal Melbourne and St. Andrews. It's just there's so many incredible courses. Oakmont too. Again, I could go on for ages. Also, what was the golf course in Japan that hosted the Olympics? Let me see here. Kasumi Gaseki Country Club. That one looked incredible too. That was an incredible looking golf course as well. The one that hosted the Olympics. That was an incredible looking golf course. Again, so many. Riviera, Royal St. George.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, you can go on forever. Hirono Golf Club in Kansai, Japan. Again, I'm gonna stop because I can go forever. But I'm gonna say right now Pebble and TPC Sawgrass.
Yeah.
So yeah, you say this one, bro.
Okay, guys. So we figured out our swings. So for the longest time, I've been swinging all weird, and I swung Steven Russell during my swing, guys. But thanks to Lisa Heald and Nick Reagan for showing me a video of Nick Faldo's swing. I was hitting it good last Friday when I played Comanche. My putting game was terrible, so was my chipping. They let me down. The greens were fast and they were slow, but the lines were off. But I figured out string to your shoulder. I finally figured it out how to do it. It was pretty simple. So the question is, Nick the same thing. He said the same thing about his swing. The question is, can we be a scratch golfer? What do you think, Nick?
I think maybe in 5 years we could be.
I think probably at the end of this year we could be.
At the end of this year?
Yeah.
No.
Easily.
No.
We got it.
No.
We got it, bro.
I'm gonna say if I practice very, very hard for the next 2 years, I could maybe be scratch.
Yeah.
The end of this year, no way. No
I
way.
can do it. We can do it, bro. Anything's possible.
It starts tomorrow on the range. I'll let you know how I feel tomorrow. And if I'm playing well, then we'll see. But yeah, guys, that is going to wrap us up for today. I really appreciate y'all for stopping by. Everyone that was in the chat, Travis and Mish, really appreciate you guys. Everyone that's watching later, we appreciate y'all.
Apple Podcast.
Everyone that watched and didn't comment, we appreciate you. Just remember to like, comment, subscribe, all the fun stuff. Yeah, we'll be back next week for a regular scheduled episode. Most of those round one games should be wrapped up by next week. So excited to kind of break down the semifinals in the NBA playoffs. And yeah, looking forward to that. Looking forward to the Cadillac Championship leading up to the PGA Championship. I think that's going to be very, very fun. So yeah, guys, we really appreciate everyone for stopping by. Again, remember to like, comment, subscribe. You guys have a great rest of your week. Have a great rest of your Friday. Enjoy your evening. If you're watching tomorrow morning, enjoy your day, work, school, wherever you're going, whatever you're doing. We appreciate you guys very much, and we will see you in the next episode. Peace out.